I thought they were debating whether the basket counted or not because it was like going on for 10 minutes. It was so like
I had a great call.
Yo, story. I was trying not to laugh. That was such a good one.
Oh, we have the person we've heard is our guest speaker now, was an assistant here last year.
Yeah. I knew she was from
Yeah, no, she was an assistant here last year. Yeah. Actually, I'll mention it. Oh, yeah, I think she was the guest speaker because she can't decide what she should teach. She won't teach. Okay.
Cameras waiting too.
Oh, I thought you had video.
No, it's 3 p.m.
We've got Felipa Callisto, Sarah Lewis, and Coach McCombs. We'll start with questions for the players.
Coming off your best game of the season against Ohio, what was going through your mind tonight to have such a great performance?
Well, just executing what we'd be doing during practice, just have next play mentality. So it was just about focusing and do the right work. Even though mistakes happen, but you have to keep working, just next play mentality. Yeah.
Callisto, how did it feel making that last three to put them up 10, put GW up 10? It must have felt really good for you to get that sort of shot in, right?
Yes, it felt great. It felt great. Yeah, it was just in the right time, with the help of my teammates, extra passes. We'd be practicing this every time, so it felt great.
Sarah, congrats on the double-double tonight. What was going through your mind as you were securing those rebounds on the defensive end?
I mean, that was a key to win. We knew Townsend was great on the boards, and so we just had to make sure that if we wanted to pull this win, we had to make sure to get on those boards, make sure to box out, and so just doing it for our team, everything like that, yeah.
And of course, for both of you, the last game was a struggle, shooting-wise. What was the message going into the game today, and what did you decide, was going to change up?
Have a strong start, because our last game, it was not the best of our start, so we had this mentality, have a strong start and detect the pace of the game.
Yeah. Keys, just a huge key for us was dictating the pace, make sure we control the game, and then be the more disciplined team, making sure we're boxing out, crashing the boards, things like that, yeah.
Last game, I noticed that the free throw was a struggle, and this game, it was so much better. Was that something you worked on from last game to this game?
Yeah. We just had a free throw as one of our homeworks, So it was something that we were making sure that we had to make on the games and practicing, so it helped.
Sarah, you recorded 9 defensive rebounds tonight. What were you seeing in the defensive zone that let you be able to record 9 of them?
Just boxing out, having a rebounder mentality, making sure that you have to be aggressive in the paint to get these rebounds, and so being that person that is going to go out there and get those rebounds no matter who's around you. Yeah.
Sarah, coming off the bench, did it feel any different than playing in any of your previous games, or did it still feel like you have to play the exact same way, or and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, you still have to get up, no matter where you are on the court, on the bench, anywhere. Thanks to my teammates. They do a great job in making everyone feel loved, cared about. Everyone has a role on this team. So just making sure that we're doing it for each other, yeah.
Sarah, your defensive talents were really on the spotlight tonight, especially with that charge that you took where it seemed like it might have knocked the wind out of you. Can you just tell me what was going on right there?
I mean, 2-on-1 defense, you got to stunt. You got to make sure that you got to figure out how to get this stop with 2 people coming full speed at you. So that was, trying to get a stop. Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, sir.
Stevie, Coach McCombs.
Yeah, just really proud of our team and just how we responded, from our last game. I think that they really took to heart all the things that we were talking about in practice and really just focusing on. And I think you saw that in our play today, especially on the offensive end, just really playing together, sharing the basketball. I thought we made a lot of unselfish plays. And I think when we had a little bit of slippage is when we didn't do those things. And so I think it's just really good information for our team to see and learn and keep growing from.
Questions for Coach?
So, coming into this game, the new starting lineup, what was the thoughts behind that, especially after the game against Ohio?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was, we needed to have 2 good practices and just trying to figure out, like, the people that were going to really just share the ball the most. And that was part of what we saw in the Ohio game, who was doing that when it was later in the game. And so just kind of trying to figure out, like, who plays well together. And just we're still young, trying to figure out that chemistry as well.
So Felipe really seemed to find her game in the last 2 games. Can you just talk a little bit about her as a player and what you see in her?
Yeah, I mean, Felipa's terrific. I just, she's limited with practice because she has a class during practice, so we don't always get to have her full time. And so she's working, and she's also coming back off of an injury, right? So she has a slow start to the season. So I think we're going to continue to see more of Felipa, throughout the year. But yeah, I think that's what we saw her do when we recruited her. She's a good defender. She can score the basketball in multiple ways. And today was a good breakout game for her. So I'm excited for her to keep out there and showing what she can do.
We kind of talked about it with the players, but also the improved free throw percentage this game. Was this something like you specifically told them, hey, unless you work on this, then yada yada yada? So what was sort of your team mentality on that?
Yeah, I mean, we've spent time on free throws in practice, trying to do that a little bit more, having some competitive drills that we do for free throws. And so I think just being more intentional, spending more time. They can do it on their own, but we have to do it in practice, and emphasize how important that it is.
What was something you talked about going to the fourth quarter after kind of nearly losing the lead on the third?
Yeah, I think we just had to maintain our composure, right? I think, not get rattled. Again, just playing together. I think in the third quarter, sometimes, we try to attack too much versus just making that easy extra pass where there'd be a little bit more space and freedom for us. And so just really understanding, that we have to share the ball. I think they went back in their zone. That kind of helped us out too.
You guys moved to 3-0 at the Smith Center on the season. What does playing in front of the home environment mean to you and your team?
Yeah, we love to sleep in our own beds. We love to play in front of our family and friends, and the band, the cheerleaders, everybody that's here to support us. We appreciate everybody so much coming out. I mean, there's nothing like playing at home, and so we're grateful for these opportunities, and hopefully can continue to make it a home court advantage for us.
We'll do 2 more, Dave.
So Gabby going from the starting lineup to coming off the bench, you seem productive tonight. But what's your message to her from starting off as a big starter and getting over 32 minutes a night, and now coming off the bench in a bit of a changed role?
Yeah, it's just one game, right? And so we got practice tomorrow, and it's a new day, and just continue to learn and compete. I think she's learning college basketball like most freshmen are at this time, and so you can't put too much, on just one game and how much she played. I think she's going to be a really great player for us, and so just kind of stay in the course with everything.
So Towson, tonight was really able to keep this a close game with that zone press, kind of that we've seen in a few previous games. What did you tell the team, in order to get beyond that zone press initially?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of like it, honestly. I mean, I think that our team does a good job when people do that. I think we get the ball to the middle, we share the ball. So, hopefully people keep putting that on us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yep.